Welcome to the group study session for property. This is the Law Unscripted, and today we are going to do a hypothetical for property.
And I'm very scared for this property hypo. I've got my paper, I've got my pen, and it's going to be interesting.
Yes.
I'm bracing myself.
Everybody do seriously on these things, especially today with property. Because as you guys know, or should know by now, when you're preparing for the bar exam, essay writing, or for your law school exams for your essay writing, you are going to need to map this out. And even more so than a lot of your others. So one of the writing strategies we give is to map things out, to show where the parties are, who they are, what connections they have to each other. And in this one, you literally need to draw a map. It is more literal than any other subject where I say map it out. And yeah, honestly, draw. Okay, so this one's going to be a little bit long. For those of you who are watching the recording, unlike Chelsey, you actually can download the hypothetical and follow along without just being read to. Because I like to torture Chelsey, she's getting it as a full surprise and has not had the time or the ability to read it ahead of time.
This is live on the air. Let's do it.
It is. Right, so Whiteacre is a 50-acre plot of land. It was located in a rural area with a stream running on its east side. The stream was part of a state park on the east side of Whiteacre, which included forested acres, a lake with a boathouse that rented out canoes and kayaks in the summer and also offered fishing. Now, on the west side of Whiteacre, there was a lake owned by Blackacre.
I hate it already.
Okay, sorry. That's only the first paragraph, everybody. Mm-hmm. You ready? Have you got your map started?
Yeah, I had to draw a compass because I'm navigationally challenged, and I forgot which way it was east and west.
Okay, so east
and
west.
Start there for everybody. Before you get to your property exam, just go ahead and draw a little compass. That way you won't be confused when drawing your map.
So for this one, so everybody knows before we continue, is I am actually going to include I do edits to all of these things. And at the end of the hypo, I am literally going to put up on this side a picture of the drawing I made.
Okay, right. So we're talking about the owner, the children, and the buyer.
Correct. Oh, no. West side. C is different than children, which is probably I should have done a different letter.
No,
but
that's
right.
On me because I have it corrected in the second one, but I was looking at it. Okay, no, we have owner, C, and buyer. On the west side of the property. So that's where we're talking about the lake, the owner, the dad, has been like using for forever, bringing guests, living his life. But it's really not all of his property, right?
Yes, correct.
Great. So we're going to adverse possession, obviously, right? Because it's not his property, theoretically. But it could also just be an easement. It's been very continual use. I was only thinking adverse possession, not that he owns the property, though it seems questionable where this property line is, because it's just so open and notorious. But right. So we're going to be talking about this easement that it's like, 30 years of him using this. I think, and it has been very open. It has not been, it's not really had a gap in the time that he's been doing this. But then, okay, here we are. Sorry, I have all my papers.
No. Do as you need to. So yes, open and notorious, continuity of time, actual possession or use, right? Yes. We've got actual possession or use, depending on whether we've got an easement or adverse possession. I think in this question, it would be good to talk about both. Yeah. If you can, and then say, here's why it might be adverse possession, here's why it might be an easement, and then choose one. Yes. But then say the arguments that are good for this one, the arguments that are good for that one, because I think you have a realistic idea of, well, which one would it be? And most examiners are going to be like, they're going to give you credit for working through the argument. So I agree.
Yes. Yes. But then you have like C, who purchases Blackacre, sends notice to buyer and owner, or to owner, about removing the dock.
To buyer.
To
Because
buyer,
at that time, owner has sold it to buyer.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Okay. So here's the thing. Because with this, it does seem more like an easement versus adverse possession, which was kind of my first thought. But I think C was on notice that this easement was there.
Okay, how so?
It like noticed my hand. That was weird. It was like doing the thing where it was going to show me raising my hand. I was talking with my hands. I was like,
you can answer.
It was like doing, it had like, it showed the little like fake hand, like the loading. And I was like, what is happening? Okay. So in my brain, I'm like, okay, well, because there's the dock, there's the like improvements on the land, which I think the improvements on the land was why I was thinking adverse possession at first, because they were using it as a true owner would.
Very good.
So there's like that little aspect of things.
Very nice.
Assuming she did her due diligence in inspecting her land at purchase or at the sale, like there's a whole dock there, and it's clear that someone is using it. They're storing their boat there, right? Like our railroad tracks in our other videos, you'll see talking about.
Yes, you should look at that. I think it's the third video review.
I think so.
Where we're talking about the train tracks.
Yes, that is actual notice, because it's what the known or should have known, right?
Actual notice is, did they actually know? Was that person who bought, did they know? But the inquiry notice
or inquiry notice. There we go.
The knew or should have known. Yes. Constructive or record notice is if you go through the recorded documents. Did you know about it? So there's the